Hi, Soul Tribe. Thank you for being here with me. And it's so nice to see some familiar faces, some Soul Tribe family. Thank you for joining me live. So, we have a little bit to talk about this week with astrology. I've been enjoying reading your reviews and all of the amazing things that are happening with the Hypnotic Subliminal. So, thank you guys for sharing those beautiful messages with me. Hey, Lynn. Lovely to have you here too. So, the crystal that we have to help navigate us through this week, I've got this beautiful. See how this is two little peaks? This is kind of like a soulmate citrine. So I do feel it's about networking this week, working together is part of the energy that I feel. I also feel sort of like a bridging type energy too. Hey, Ken, lovely to have you here. So yeah, with this beautiful energy, there's actually like little rainbows and things that are in this one too. So we know that citrine is a great stone to do with abundance, but I keep feeling this is like connectivity, or how I was saying before, like networking and things, or working together for a greater good. So I feel that's sort of part of the energy. But as you'll see when we get into the astrology and things, there's a few emotions and things that might come up. So the potion that we have is the potion of abundance. So before we get into some of the astrology, let's have a look into just a couple of things that I need to mention first. Let me bring this up, and I'm trying to read your comments at the same time. So this is where everyone has been coming to purchase the Hypnotic Subliminals. So as you can see here, the bundle would be the most popular. So this is where you get abundance, dream life, self-worth, confidence and identity, love and healing. And this is how we bypass the conscious mind to really embed and reprogram the subconscious mind, which is where we make the shift and change. This is where the quantum jumps happen as well. So this has been really lovely to hear stories and things. And you can see down the bottom, two lovely, or three of you reviewed as well. So thank you for that. And Ken, I'm just seeing this one now. So thank you. That's so sweet. And thank you to Amy, and thank you to Lindy as well. I really appreciate your beautiful comments. That is amazing. So head on over to Soul Alchemy Potions if that's where you would like to go to purchase potion, or my Hypnotic Subliminals. And I do have the discount code on the screen to save 10% on readings. And I think I might have just maybe one or two spots available for online readings for this week, but I will be in Eastland, in Victoria, Melbourne, Australia, for in-person readings on Friday at Collective State of Grace, which has been so much fun. And I have little things that I'm slowly clipping together, videos and things to make, because I have this year been investigating a few different types of new technology. One of them is around the pranic healing side of things, and it's to do with actually reshaping things in the physical form. So I can't wait to share that with you guys and my experiences. I'm still in the middle of the process of it at the moment. And the other one is my session in the harmonic egg. We only have one here in Victoria, Melbourne, my state, but there are a few worldwide. So yeah, if you haven't experienced a harmonic egg session, I will be sharing my experience really shortly. It was amazing. And we also have some shows coming up. So this will be the first one to come up with the gorgeous Yana. Oh, let me just see if I can move this over. So we're really going to get into talking about this year. Oh, for some reason there it is. So we're going to be talking about this year. We're going to be talking about how we can sort of curate the best year possible as well. So you won't want to miss that, live in 22 hours. So mark your calendars. And the other show that I have coming up tomorrow as well is my friend Michael Freely. So we are also going to be doing a show. This is going to be a really interesting show. For those of you that don't know Michael, I've had him on my show quite a while ago, and he taps into some Da Vinci level information. So it's like watching Da Vinci codes, but in reality and with like the touch of the mystic. His information is mind blowing. And so many podcasts and different things that he does. He's up at like 2 or 3 in the morning because he is in the UK. So this one will be 7 p.m. Australian time. So it's going to be later. So for those of you, we'll see you on the replay because you might be asleep. But yeah, not to be missed shows on tomorrow. Thank you everyone for your beautiful messages too. And yeah, so nice to have you guys here. Oh, Amy, amazing. Good job too, keeping up with it. Oh, Lynn. Oh, guys. Thank you so much for your love and support as well. Really touches my heart. It's making my eyes feel a little bit teary. We've had some chemtraily hay fever weather, so yeah, my eyes are already feeling a little bit like that. Let me tap into my little notes. All right, so let's get stuck into some of the astrology. So we are a little bit late to the party. We have had the Capricorn new moon, and as you might have noticed, for those that are part of the Soul Alchemy Potions group, we didn't do the new moon for this month. So I'm looking and feeling into something else. I'm not sure what it is yet. It's still kind of taking shape because I'm doing a lot of work to do with psychic exploration and some other interesting things. So there will be something new that will be born or shifting or changing. So just keep a lookout for that. So with this, let's start to tap into January 19th. So we have Mercury trine Uranus, which will help us tap into flashes of insight and a little bit to do with the unusual as well as the practical side of things as well. And so you might notice sudden solutions or kind of innovative ways of handling your routine. So I know for myself, I've just been updating my calendar, trying to book as many things in my personal life as well as work life, just to kind of get as much out. And that's what Yana and I will be talking about tomorrow, is getting as much out of 2026 as we can. So this is the perfect energy to do that in. So this energy heightens our perception. So definitely stay alert, take care, and also tap into your spidey senses. So we have the sun forming a sextile with Neptune, inviting us to trust our intuition, lean into our imagination, and just to kind of see the magical essence of the everyday. So, this is a really good time to practice gratitude with this, even if it's just the little things. So yeah, noticing the synchronicities, especially the ones that resonate more with your intuition, those are the ones to take action on, to move forward around. Later, we will have the sun move into Aquarius. It's quite a big day, actually, when you look at it, bringing a shift from structure to freedom. So you might find your mind and heart starting to feel like you want something original. It's almost like a craving type energy for wanting something fresh. So looking into fresh perspectives. This is where meditation is really good, because you can explore new ways of doing things. It's definitely about more honoring who you are and what it is that you want, rather than people pleasing or trying to keep everybody happy. So you might be feeling a little bit different to others around this, but it's definitely a great day to just sort of solidify and step onto your path, not worrying about what others think. So we also will have Venus align with Pluto, which might intensify relationships a bit, also intensifying our desires, which could be a little bit spicy. But we might be feeling a little bit protective as well over people, places, and things that we love. So you might be feeling more drawn to also getting in touch with things that are more authentic, things that are around transformation, all areas of growth, whether it's love, money, pleasure, personal growth. So you might be feeling a little bit protective of this. And hey, Emma. So Emma's saying there's lots of Aquarius coming online. It definitely feels like it's going to be an interesting month, especially after we start to shift into the sign of Aquarius. So we will also have on January the 20th, we'll have Saturn Uranus sextile, which will encourage real lasting progress. So if you feel like you're throwing spaghetti at the wall and it's not really sticking, this is more when we're going to start to see things stick. So it'll be a blending of old traditional things with innovation, more kind of a feeling of structure, but also excitement, stability, and curiosity. We will have Mars harmonize with both Saturn and Uranus, giving us energy and also the courage to act with balance, feeling inspired, but still kind of practical at the same time. So I would say that's the funner side of practical, because not all of us like to be in that rigid kind of structure. So it's kind of a combination of both. So it's the time to really tap into your ideas, into inspiration. Hello, Rainbow Sun. Lovely to have you here. And yeah, so with this, we will also have where we're tapping into Oh, let me just check where I am in the notes. So, yeah, where we can tap into things and ideas and words that inspire myself personally. This is encouraging me to tap back into Pinterest and put together a little bit of a vision board. Also, Yana and I are covering this tomorrow as well. So, really tapping into, we've got Mercury entering Aquarius as well. I think I just mentioned that. Anyway, so this is going to help us to transform, and also it's going to help us to share things more with intention and with inspiration and energy and excitement around it. So on the 21st, we will have the moon move into Pisces, which will deepen our sense of empathy, our sensitivity, and our intuition. It might also be making us feel a little bit more emotional, but we'll have Mercury and the Sun also meet in Aquarius, offering clarity, sudden insights, and an ability to turn recent revelations into something a bit more valuable and also like a little bit action orientated too. So both are moving towards Pluto, intensifying thought and conversation, helping us to uncover what has felt like it's been hidden, as well as to start tapping in to heal things that we've buried and really to feel that we can speak with more congruency and more honesty, as well as feeling like we're not losing our power as we speak. So, yeah, I guess gaining that sense of power, speaking up. We also have Venus in alignment with Vesta, which will be reminding us to invest our energy into what truly matters, relationships, projects, or passions that feed you on a soul level. So this week, we're going to be looking more into alignment, insight, inspired action. Definitely be tapping into your intuition. You should all be meditating as well. I don't want to be bossy in that way, but like I know the benefit and I know how much it will help. So it's worth putting in the effort to get the reward out of it. So honor your sense of being original. Definitely, this is also about anchoring more confidence, balancing your intuition with these practical steps and practical energy. Hello, Britt Marie. And also a sense of freedom and responsibility with your vision. This will help you in also taking these grounded steps. So notice when your heart is kind of feeling activated or inspired, and then ask, what can I do to move forward with this? So this will also be when we do this inspired action, as well as receiving the downloads, this will be when the universe starts to show up on more of a quantum level to open those doors and to give you a bit more feeling of synchronicity, connection, support. So that's what we have for this week with astrology. Let's have a look into the cards. I love that, Larry. Let me see. So just say my higher self is changing the things that were meant to be. And there's that beautiful saying of what is meant for you will never pass you by as well. So it's definitely about getting more into a space of gratitude rather than any fear of missing out. I love all your comments. Thank you, guys. All right, let's have a look into this week ahead. And we'll have a look into Spirit sort of giving us the heads up around the incoming energies for the week. And then we'll have a look into how to navigate everything. All right, so we have 4 cards. I'm just getting told to, lovely. So I'm just getting told to flip these over. You guys know I like to feel into them. But sometimes this also means there's a sense of urgency as well. Oh, let me read this. So Dusty the Great, holy cow, there is a harmonic egg thing a couple of hours from me. I have to check it out. Just looking at it, I think I need one at home to have peace and quiet in meditation. I don't want to like spoil too much before I release a little mini video that I'm going to do on it. So the lovely crystal shop owner that I work in doing my readings, she also has 2 other stores. So there's one in Moonee Ponds in Victoria as well. It was like hopping into a spaceship and you feel the resonance of the frequencies that are in it. I won't say too much more. So you'll have to wait for that one. Okay. So the first card we have is the card of peace, and this is the 2 of swords. So I do feel this is about getting the intuition, the messages, the downloads, more from kind of like our inner side rather than surveying things from a 3D physical. So it's a meeting of the mind, but we're checking in with the intuition. Yeah, they're incredible. And I've had to go in the EE system, also incredible, just a little bit different if there's anyone wanting to compare technology and things. Hey, Jacob. Sending love to you and Corbin. So the next one that we have is Prince of Swords. So there's a lot of sword energy at the moment. I would definitely pay attention to your intuition. Some of the downloads I've also been getting through the week is to really protect ourselves electromagnetically. So I've been wearing I don't have it on at the moment. Let me see if I've got another one. I've got a couple of these little bands. Oh, I don't have it here in my drawer. I do. Here it is. So doing things like either wearing EMF protective technology, or even if you're going to be wearing, tourmaline, things like that. I do feel that we're protecting I'm trying to think of what this one is called. This is, you can see here, inside, you actually have sort of like a little, I don't know if it's similar to a tachyon in this one. This one is, oh gosh, you'll have to just look up Q energy protection. I actually forget the name of what these ones are. They work similar to Tesla technology in that not only does it harmonize all of the electromagnetic staticky kind of feel energy around you, I feel like it also creates a bit of a Faraday cage in terms of negative thoughts and things like that, not being able to permeate as much. So yeah, I feel like that's what we're also getting a little bit of a heads up in how to navigate through the week. So there may also be frequency devices, things like that are being switched on. It definitely feels like there's a bit more happening in the astral at the moment. I notice sleeping with these things on for dream time actually clears out negative dreams. So yeah, something for those of you that want to upgrade. But yeah, I keep getting guided to rabbit hole research around Faraday cages, especially in terms of clearing out or protecting against any kind of negative influence. So really, so we can stay in sync and authentically, which is funny. I just noticed the card that's next, Three of Wands. So we're more wanting to have our overall energy in alignment. Oh yeah, that's down the other end of the house at the moment. So the other plug that Lynn is talking about is the Geo Cleanse, which is a green little plug made by a guy here in Australia as well. Oh, Jacob, thank you. Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. We should do a show on protection. Would you be up for that? That'd be so great to do on psychic protection and on etheric and astral protection and things as well. So what we're seeing with this so far, we've got this energy about really tapping into what our heart is trying to speak, what our mind is trying to speak. This is also about establishing a balance between what's ours and what are other thought forms as well. So I've also been getting led down that, researching more into the thought form side of things. I'm also working with it with a bit of pranic healing as well, because you can literally dissolve thought forms, which is interesting, and energies that are attached to people. And then it helps to kind of free up things so that we can be more clearly and actively making choices and decisions that help move us forward. So what I would say, if we're going to summarize this, have a look into when I'm getting guided or this message or a download around my path or around my beliefs. Is it coming from me? Is it coming from the astral? Is it coming from other negative influences? Or is it coming from my old wounds and blueprints? If it is in that way, we can override this with the hypnotic subliminals, especially around more shifting into your own identity will help to kind of starve out the negative influences and our old blueprints. But let's have a look in how they can give us a heads up in how we can sort of navigate this more strongly. I'm just reading some of your comments as well. Oh, awesome. Let's do that. That'll be so much fun. All right. So interesting. We've got the Three of Wands again and the Eight of Cups. We've got the Three of Swords. We also have the Four of Cups. So this is definitely us becoming aware of any kind of like negative influence that's affecting us mentally and emotionally is what we're seeing come up. Yeah, we'll definitely do a show on protection. And there's even things that have come up in some client sessions as well around using technology to create sort of like a little bit of a psychic shield, Faraday cage as well. So I would like to expand on that. But yeah, what we're seeing, Eight of Cups, this is sometimes where we feel stuck emotionally, we feel weighed down, and it's where we're maybe perhaps trying to navigate or control the situation or other people controlling us. So it's Saturn and Pisces. Think about it being like a roadblock, but we need to collapse something. And quite often with cups, it's about collapsing something emotionally or blueprint wise for why we've attracted it in the first place. So we're moving back into alignment with higher self. This is also, we're not operating in duality, like left or right. We're operating from the divine point of view as well. We then have 3 of Swords and 4 of Cups. So we might have moments or waves this week of where we're remembering. So please don't be hard on yourself in terms of, oh no, I didn't do that meditation every day, or I didn't do, my yoga or whatever it was every day. This is about getting back on the train, getting back on the bus, just reminding and being gentle with yourself. So this is definitely also about releasing any kind of 3 of Swords energy. Do you know what I actually feel with this? This doesn't just feel like it's coming from people that have maybe wronged us, but this feels more like it's also coming from how we speak to ourselves as well. So are you speaking kindly to yourself? Are you speaking highly to yourself? 4 of Cups is also where we were talking about with the astrology, in noticing or having that balance between that stability side of things and really working with the intuition. So we might be focused purely on the 3D with the 3 of Cups at the front, but this 4th cup of intuition is coming in to kind of alert us to this as well. So let's have a look in the Mythios deck. And I'm just getting guided to ask what it is that we could run. Say we can project or run programs or run certain frequencies or energies. What is it that we're being asked to sort of run to be in that direct alignment with higher self? I knew we were either going to get the Devil or the Tower. So this is definitely really to like clear this week. The other cards that we have, 9 of Swords and the Death card. Oh my gosh, one more. We also have 10 of Wands. So Spirit's very, very clear message in order to sort of like put out your program and things, what's going to happen from a negative entity, astral, spiritual EMF thing that we're talking about would be that there looks like there could be a potentiality for a lot of psychic mental attack. So the best thing that we can do is to either use these technology devices or the beautiful orgonites that Jacob has made and Corbin to work with things that are going to keep us in this beautiful state of programming the subconscious mind as well from a positive point of view, as well as eliminating any of this. So that is the one strongest thing that we can do this week. So we have the Devil card, we have the 9 of Swords, which is also sometimes getting attacked in the dream realm side of things too. So as we said before, whether it's a geo cleanse or I think they're called a Q link, I just remembered. So using something like this or some kind of like EMF blocker or some kind of like astral blocker so that we're really not having to be bombarded, because there is an energy of bombardment with this. We also had 10 of Wands energy, which is really, we don't want to get to a 10 of Wands before we do something about it. So definitely have a look at what you can do. As we said before, tourmaline would be another crystal that you could use. You could do shungite as well. The other thing that we also had was the Death card. So this is a cycle of rebirth. As we know, it's Scorpio energy. With the Death card too, for me, it sometimes can represent psychics. I was just trying to read a message at the same time. It can represent cycles of transformation and things. So I do feel this is sort of having this awareness will help us to not be pulled into any kind of like 3D programs that are being broadcast at the moment. So yeah, a really clear message around that this week. And Lynn is saying, I just had to set up a protective grid for a friend. Shields up, everyone. Thank you for the confirmation as well. And I love your shields and your protective. So having read for Lynn, she has amazing grids and things that she works with as well. All right, let me see. Oh, it's so lovely to see you too. So let's have a look into the Alice in Wonderland deck. This is so interesting with this. It really just feels like a little bit of a portal or a gateway opened up to some of the negative. But I just keep seeing it's like a lot of the mainstream side of things will not notice, but there might be a little bit more irritation, frustration, a little bit more of guidance to do things that are to lower the vibration. So I'm just being shown things like alcohol, gambling, things like this sort of thing, lower the frequency. So anything we can do to keep high frequency. And Gisela is also saying that you felt it as well. Thank you. So yeah, Queen of Flowers, keep the frequency high, keep it fearless. So this is beautiful. This is about shining your light. It's almost like we're shining a light that we're so radiant that the dark gets scared. Yeah, we've got a 6 of Wands. So this is victory, celebration. So I'm glad we're also seeing the positive flip on, what we can do too. And look at the King of Cups. The King of Teacups that is in this particular deck. We also have the 6 of Swords. So this for me is not just about getting in the boat and moving as it is in the Ride of the Way deck. Yes, Emma, so true. Breath work, that is definitely really, really good. This also kind of processes things out of your body when you're doing somatic breath work. So yeah, what we see with the 6 of Swords, it is the card of science. For me, it's also sort of peering behind the veil or seeing things pop up on the intuition before we see them in the physical. So I actually feel like we're getting the early heads up with this. I feel it's not at full force just yet in terms of the negative protective stuff that we're talking about, protecting ourselves from astrally. So I do feel that this is about coming into that spiritual sovereignty. So let's get a herbal astrology card to have a look in as a little oracle guidance as well. And the card, oh my gosh, we had this last week. This is so interesting. We've got rhodiola again, enchantment. So really interesting that we're talking about the mind. So we know that rhodiola is a really good one to help with ADHD, making sure that our brain feels sort of centered, not scattered. We also have Mercury and Uranus as well. Let me just get another one. Oh gosh, this is a hard one to say. Shrisandra. I can't say it. It's the little red berries. And this is about grace. So we've got enchantment and grace are the two energies that we need to embody for this week. Oh, I can see little Lyra outside next to me. So we're going to have a look into this one. This was all about unicorn energy for those of you that remember from this week. Hello, Tamara. Tamara, it's so beautiful to see you. Sorry, my Australian pronunciation of your name. Okay, I hope you and Michael are doing well. And let's see, 29. So just looking for a little bit of guidance around this one. And how's everyone been doing? Has anyone been noticing sort of having to feel like we need to get prepared for something? Because that's what I feel like when we're talking about this EMF stuff. Yeah, Lyra. So interesting, 29, one page back. So the guidance with this is like the Temperance card. So it's the goddess holds the cup of water representing the subconscious as she crosses over the stream of water representing the conscious mind. The medicine, I'm not going to pronounce this again, is about high alchemy of beauty, grace, and the harmony of dualities. This also reminds me of that 3 of Wands that we had come up twice as well. Yeah, isn't it interesting what we're getting come up? So like the medicine of the swan, this card is here today to remind you of your grace within balance, patience, and moderation. So you'll be invited to allow life force energy to flow with you without force or resistance. Follow your visions. Pay close attention to the subtle language of your body and your surroundings. If you feel out a little bit or feel a little bit aloof, make time to ground. So grounding will only facilitate you to develop higher consciousness. So that's the message that we have. So I feel that's in good alignment with what we're talking about in terms of energy and mental protection and astral protection as well. Oh, that is a good message too, Larry. So yeah, if we're feeling like old wounds and things come up too, it might be that you want to acknowledge them and then, it's okay, I don't need to operate from that. Or whether you want to do tapping, or any hypnotic subliminals, that can also help with it. So let me just see. Yeah, you would be a better one to tell me, Emma. I'm not sure. It'd be very, very, very interesting. All right. So I think that's it for the week. Yes, definitely the energies are ramping up. Are you guys feeling this year is going to be really big? Anyway, I just want to send love to those that are going through things as well. I see Jacob also popping that up. Thank you. And yeah. So as Dusty the Great is saying, apparently you have something better coming your way. And everyone's sending you love, Rachel. All right, guys. Well, I love you all. Thank you for joining me for this week's update. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. So remember, let me just bring this back up. We have the show 7 p.m. Melbourne time tomorrow night. And we also have in the morning the show with the gorgeous Yana as well. So this will be at 9 a.m. Australian time, which is probably an hour earlier, excuse me, than when we started this today as well. So yeah, definitely don't miss this, especially if you want to curate the best year possible. All right. Well, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being with me, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.